Are you serious? Are you serious? This is a very serious video, and there's some very serious situations developing as we speak. Disclaimer, though, some of the content on this video is for entertainment only. Also, www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com. Call them on the phone, 877-646-5347. Are you feeling good about your financial future? Because all I see lately is higher prices. And if your savings are sitting in cash, you're feeling every bit of it. You know who's not feeling it, though? Gold investors. Gold, a biblical currency. Gold is priced in dollars. So when the dollar drops, it takes more dollars to buy the same amount of gold, which means the value of that gold goes up. This is why gold prices usually rise during inflationary times. And that price increase helps protect your buying power. So why are you still sitting on the cash? Or why is it in that 401k? Maybe you should leave. Maybe you should diversify some of that 401k into gold or silver, both of which are going to go up. And with the events I'm getting ready to tell you about, there's no doubt about it. Find out how you can protect your wealth and protect your savings. Simply go to www.pastorpaulgold.com or pick up the phone and call them at 877-646-5347. Tell them Pastor Paul sent you. And if you do, you'll probably qualify for a one silver bar. It's 10 ounces silver bar that they will give you for free. Find out how, but you got to use my name, Paul Begley. You'll be glad that you did. Guys, we have, yes, the special deal is on. People have been asking, yes, if you give $100, then yes, you'll get 5 complete webinars. I'll tell you about that in just a second. 5 full webinars for only $100. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Some of your favorite speakers. Guys, last night we did a special broadcast with Mike from the World. Most of you know that. It was a great program. If you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. It was amazing. And in it was revealed, I asked several pointing questions that I got from one of the insiders, and Mike did not deny any of it. Yes, he said, Jordan's military and there's some of their civilians did tip off the Iranians on where the U.S. soldiers were in Kuwait, and so that missile that was fired on them killed 3 of our soldiers and wounded. Apparently, the Pentagon lied to us and said there was only 7 soldiers hurt. The truth is there was 100 soldiers injured in that attack at Kuwait. Now, I just got some more information just came in, and that is, first of all, in Russia, they're out of gas. There's huge lines of people sitting in line in cars for miles trying to get a gallon of gasoline to put in their car. It's an absolute insanity. Why? Because Ukraine has been blowing up the pipelines and the oil refineries that is costing Russia. It's costing Russia its ability to produce gasoline. They're now in a major shortage. Matter of fact, the only gasoline they're selling right now is gas they bought from India. And it's very hard to get it from India because India needs it. And the Strait of Hormuz is shut down because of the war efforts. So you're going to see the price of gasoline and oil around the globe spike, especially when I tell you what's happening right now. It is true. The United States of America military operation has begun to take Kharg Island. I repeat, the United States of America has begun the operation of taking Kharg Island. That island is where 90% of Iran's oil is produced. The United States is taking it because Iran continues to break their word and has started shooting at ships in the Strait of Hormuz and attempting to sabotage any traffic that could go through the Strait of Hormuz. There's a battle going on right now between the United States Navy and the Navy of Iran, the terrorists, the little gunboats, and some of the Houthi rebels who are participating in the torment of shooting at cargo ships that are coming through the Strait of Hormuz. So yes, the United States military is in operation right now to take Kharg Island. Are there troops on the ground? Yes, there are troops on the ground in Kharg Island. Yes. Matter of fact, they've been there. We knocked out their military installation. We just didn't go in and take the entire island. But we've had troops on the ground, special ops. But now there is a significant movement taking place to take Kharg Island. If the troops aren't, if the Marines themselves, I mean, the special ops are there, but when the Marines' boots hit the ground, that is going to happen. If it hasn't already happened, it is going to happen today or tonight. It is all in process. Now, while that's going on, the Iranians, yes, are attempting to overrun the Kuwaiti border with troops on the ground, and then they're going to try to take the U.S. military base that is in Kuwait. And that's happening simultaneously that the United States is ready to take the Kharg Island. These are simultaneous situations developing in the war. Plus, the Strait of Hormuz is certainly in question. It's affecting the traffic completely in that part of the world. And wait, there's another one. The Houthi rebels have declared they are building a blockade around Saudi Arabia. So the entire oil industry of the world is going to be in jeopardy. And Russia's already out of gas, and so is Cuba. And Russia can't get the gas to Cuba because the United States is blocking Cuba. And even if Russia wanted to get gas to Cuba, they can't because they're out of gas themselves. The lines for people in different cities across Russia are 2 and 3 miles long, waiting to get 1 gallon of gasoline. And the only gas they're selling there is gas they bought from India. And India needs all the gas they can get because now they can't get the flow because of the Strait of Hormuz. And because the United States took Nicolas Maduro out of power in Venezuela and has blocked any oil shipments that would want to come out of Venezuela, Cuba can't get a drop. And so that's why their power grids keep going down. So guys, we're in a war. It's a war between the United States and Iran. Israel's dealing with their own demons over there in southern Lebanon, and they pretty well got those guys beat down for now. The Houthis have jumped in to try to help the Iranians by trying to block the Saudi Arabians. And so Iran is trying to overtake the borders of Kuwait as we speak and take the U.S. military base in Kuwait. Meanwhile, the United States is in the process of taking Kharg Island from Iran. Also, the United States has built a blockade around Iran, and the United States Navy is battling with the gunboats and the terrorist pirates and the cheap shots that are flying by Iran in the Strait of Hormuz. All of this is all happening simultaneously, guys. We're living in the end times. And so the Bible, now I've read to you many times, Jeremiah chapter 49. It tells you how the story is going to end. It tells you that Iran, the leader of Iran and and the number 1, number 2 man will be killed. In other words, the king and the prince. I say it was the Ayatollah Khomeini and his son. They say his son is barely alive, crippled, maimed, disfigured, whatever. I doubt it. We've yet to see him, but it doesn't matter. He's out of commission, plus the other 49 top leaders of that regime. So now you have a bunch of ragtag guys who are all fighting for position in Iran, and the only thing they know to do is go around and kill people. And they're killing their own citizens. They're hanging them from cranes in the middle of the city. They got big billboards of Donald Trump in a coffin. They say they want to claim they're behind the execution of Lindsey Graham. They say they want to kill Benjamin Netanyahu. And so there's just absolute blood dripping off their swords right now. This is exactly the mentality that we're dealing with. Meanwhile, as all of this is going on, we still have significant situation developing. And once the United States takes the island, the oil can be sold for rebuilding of Iran's infrastructure and help the people instead of weapons of war. Very good point, Mary. Exactly what the president would like to see done with that. Stop this regime and then use the royalties from off of the oil to help the Iranian people. That's exactly what the president has said, and I have no doubt intends to do. The problem is getting that regime out of there. That is the problem. Give me 1 second here. I've got more information. I'll be right back with it after this song. Sorry about that. Wrong one. Here we go. I'll give you more information. It's been in Jeremiah 49. It tells you that then the bow of the weapon of Iran gets broken. And then the war gets so bad that the Iranian people are scattered to every nation in the world. I don't want it, but the Bible already prophesies it. Saturday was silent, and surely it was through. I have more information. Since when has impossible ever stopped you? And Friday's disappointment is Sunday's empty tomb. Since when has impossible ever stopped you? This is the sound of a dry bones rattling. This is the praise make a dead man walk again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling. The bow of Elam will be crushed. You're exactly right. Trump has just announced it.
My God is able to save and deliver and heal and restore anything that He wants to. Just ask the man who was thrown on the bones of Elisha if there's anything that He can do. Just ask the stone that was rolled at the tomb.
I've got more information. Oh, that's right. I do have very serious situation developing right now. Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Prophesy and say to them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my people, I will open your graves and cause you to
come up from your graves and bring you into the land.
Something
of Israel.
biblical's going on.
Then you shall know that I am the Lord, and I will put my spirit in you, and I will place you in your own land, and you shall live. I will place you in your own land. You shall live, 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 live.
Oh, that's right. You can't stop the prophecy of the return of Israel as a nation, and you can't stop the prophecy of the destruction of Iran either. Pickaxe Mountain. All right, now we have some breaking news here. More breaking news. If for those of you who just joined us, our insiders have told us that the United States is in the process of taking Kharg Island, that there may already be boots on the ground of Marines. Special ops are there, have been, but because of the military operation there. But now it appears that President Trump is going to take Kharg Island, or is in the process of doing it as we speak. Meanwhile, the Iranians are trying to overrun the Kuwaiti border as we speak to try to get to the U.S. military base in Kuwait. All right. The United States, of course, is sending in reinforcements for that. While that's going on, Russia has completely run out of gasoline. I mean, when I say completely, I mean, well, when you got people 2 and 3 miles long in line at a gas station to try to get just one, ration them to 1 gallon of gas each, and you got a 2 to 3 mile long line, you're out of gasoline. And actually, the gasoline they're selling to people right now, they got from India, cheap gas from India. Well, meanwhile, while that's going on, the reason Russians have run out of fuel is because the Ukrainians have blew up so many of their pipelines and have blown up some of their oil refineries. They can't produce enough gas fast enough. And you can know this, that whatever gas they have produced, it's going to their military efforts fighting Ukraine. So the people are suffering in Russia. Don't forget Cuba. They've been out of fuel for a long time, and they've been out of power here and there, and they're just in a mess. But back to the Middle East. So as Trump is in the process of taking Kharg Island, and as the Iranians are threatening to take the U.S. military base in Kuwait, while that's going on, Trump has made a statement. President Trump vows that he is going to attack the Iranian nuclear facility. According to President Donald Trump, he is threatening a new escalation of this war in Iran, warning that the United States will soon launch an attack on the heavily fortified Iranian nuclear site as oil prices continue to rise. The president's threat comes amid a flare-up. It's more than a flare-up, guys. I wish the financial guys would understand this. This is not a flare-up. This is a all-out, flat-out war that's moved into its 10th straight day. And in this battle, the United States military has completed its 10th consecutive night last night of bombing, and as oil hits $91 a barrel and is going to go higher. Trump told reporters today that he thought Iran may have moved components critical to building a nuclear weapon to a deeply buried nuclear facility beneath Kolag Gazla, not Gaza, Gazla. That's Gazla. Kolag Gazla, known as its nickname Pickaxe Mountain in central Iran. We'll be hitting that area pretty soon, President Trump said, and we're going to hit it very badly, very heavily. He said in an Oval Office meeting with Lebanon's President Joseph Aoun sitting there. How do you think that's going over? Donald Trump says that the United States may soon launch an attack on Iran's heavily fortified nuclear site at Pickaxe Mountain. Trump's vow for fresh military action comes at a time of mounting anxiety among the oil traders. Well, I'm sorry. The Strait of Hormuz is a mess. 7 ships have been hit in the last 4 days in the Strait of Hormuz. And the United States Navy is engaging with the gunboats and with the cheap shots that are coming out of Oman and at the cargo ships that are trying to get through the strait. The United States is trying and attempting and fighting the little gun ships, blowing them out of the water using drones and other mechanisms to try to clear out the Strait of Hormuz. They also have to deal with the mines that have been planted there. So the Iranians are targeting vessels attempting to transit through the waterway, hugging the coastline of Oman. But now there's fire. They're taking now fire from the coast of Oman. Of the 15 crossings recorded by the Maritime Intelligence Company, windward, all but 2 sailed through the strait en route laid out by Iran. So in other words, out of the 15 ships, that only 15 ships got through the Strait of Hormuz. 13 of them got there because the Iranians let them go through, and it's because they paid the Iranians to get through. The other 2 got through by the help of the Americans. So this thing is not secured at all. And Trump, at the same time, that's why Trump is saying, all right, the United States has built a blockade around Iran and now apparently is in the process of taking Karg Island. And Trump is saying we're going to blow up Pickaxe Mountain and destroy that location where we believe that they have components to build a nuclear weapon. And so this is an area that the United States has not hit yet. So in other words, some of the components may be left over, some of the nuclear dust, if you will, enriched uranium that were in some of the other locations that were destroyed during Midnight Hammer have been moved to Pickaxe Mountain in central Iraq underneath this big, huge mountain, Pickaxe Mountain. In other words, not easy to get through it. But Trump is saying looks like we're going to hit it and hit it heavily. Now, Trump has repeatedly claimed to have eradicated Iran's nuclear program during that 12-day war last June with Midnight Hammer. But it appears by destroying the nuclear locations at Nanance and Fordow. But neither military struck the heavily fortified underground tunnel facility, which is there in Pickaxe Mountain. That facility has not been hit. It is the hardest one to hit because it's under the mountain. Pickaxe Mountain has at least 4 tunnels compared to Fordow's 2, making it a whole lot more difficult to bomb the entrances to close them off. Their depth could also put them out of reach of the U.S.'s 30,000-pound bunker-busting bombs, which have used against Fordow in strikes last year. I think if there was ever a time that there was a possibility that the president would use tactical nukes, it could be on Pickaxe Mountain. He has not said that. I'm saying that if there ever was a time that tactical nukes could be used, it could be on Pickaxe Mountain. And so this thing is getting very, very precarious. We're living in the last days. I'll be back later with more updates. Stay with this channel. And oh, by the way, I talked about all of this extensively in both my books. Revelation 9:11, I told you it was coming. Trump versus the beast, I tell you how it's going to happen and how it is already in play and where it's going to go from here. Not just this issue, but the beast has 7 heads, guys, and you got to know what those heads are. Each head is 7 different ideologies because they are all blasphemous against the knowledge of Jesus Christ. It is a beast. with 7 heads and 10 horns, and an Antichrist, a little horn, that rises in these last days. This book is a must-read. Both books are. This is a must-read. Go now to Amazon.com and order your copy of it today. It's going to be shipping very soon. Trump versus the Beast. We're living in the last days, guys. I'm not joking. Prophecy unfolding right before our very eyes. Now, if you would like to help us, we're shipping out a ton of blankets and prayer cloths and Bibles to people for free. Heidi has decided to let us have a special. If your love gift of $100 or more, we're able to send you five webinars. This is crazy. We've never done anything like this, and I don't know, Heidi is just suffering from the heat or the humidity of Florida or something, because this is a special love gift offer. Your love gift of $100 or more, I will send you 5 webinars, and they are the latest one that we just had last month, Beast Ascending, with Joseph Z. and Alan Didio and Tony Merkel and Larry Ragland, and the complete UFO files, videos, tape of all 3 dumps by Trump. All the videos explained what they are by Bart Begley, and an hour dialogue between me and Heidi, and of course, Mike from around the world. And also, you'll also get the webinar link, Alien Encounters, with L.A. Marzulli and Laura Eisenhower and Rex Bear and Agent X and Mike from around the world, and a whole lot more, plus 15 true audience confessions from this online church. 15 different people confessing they had encounters with aliens or UFOs, and they tell you in their own words. And then we also give you the webinar Beast Cometh, and it has the late Russ Dizdar, the late Kim Clement, and the late Dr. Jack Van Impe, as well as Daniel Lemire and Stan Deyo and Agent X and Mike from around the world and more. And then there's the 4th webinar you get is Trump, AI, and the Antichrist, with Stan Deyo and John the AI guy and Clyde Lewis and, of course, Mike from around the world. And then the 5th webinar you get is Aliens Among Us, with Avi Loeb, L.A. Marzulli, Stan Deyo, BP Earthwatch, Larry Ragland, Rex Bear, and, of course, Mike from around the world, and even more. So all 5 webinars. So if you'll go right now, go to my website, go to paulbegleyprophecy.com, and your love gift of $100 or more helps me ship blankets to people with cancers and heart conditions. And we just had a young man who just lost his life from a motorcycle accident. We've got a 2-year-old child with brain tumor. We have people with leukemia. We have people with lung cancer. We have colon cancer. We have cancer of the esophagus. We have stomach cancer. We have kidney failure. We have kidney transplants. We have a liver transplants person we're praying for. We have all kinds of brain tumors, heart conditions. One man just had 6 bypass surgeries. I mean, we got people with all kinds of heart conditions, and I believe we have this is turbo cancer from the days of the pandemic. All of it is happening, and we got all of these people to get these blankets to and prayer cloths to. I just need a little help because we're really being overrun with the numbers of people that are sick. We really need your help as well, guys. If you give a love gift of $100 or more, I'm going to give you the link. You'll get an email within the hour of 5 webinars, complete webinars. But if you can give $250, please do it. If you can give $500, please do it. If you can give $1,000, please do it. You're helping us get the gospel of Jesus Christ out. And part of the way we get the gospel out is by sharing the love of the healing anointing of God. These blankets are anointed with oil, prayed over. Also, there's other free gifts we put in there with that to send to the people who need hope. When you're hurting, you need hope. And that hope comes from the church. That hope comes from the body of Christ. You, me, and every one of us who love the Lord and have compassion of Christ are willing to do this. So I'm going to play one more song as we give. Thank you so much for being faithful. Thank you for loving one another. Thank you for making a difference in somebody's life, because I tell you, we couldn't do it without you guys. We really, really can't. Kevin Wilson. Beautiful song called Elohim. Elohim.
Glory to your name. Glory to your name, Elohim. I'd fall on my knees to get where you are. I'd fall on my knees to get where you are, where I belong. And I sing glory to your name. Yes, glory to your name, Elohim. Father, what I have I offer to you. I know that it's not much, Lord, but to you my heart is true. I sing glory to your name.
Kevin Wilson, sing it, Kevin, sing it. Glory.
Glory to your name, Elohim. And nothing in this world could separate us. Nothing in this world could separate me from you. I sing glory to your name. Yes, glory to your name, Elohim.
What a beautiful song. Kevin Wilson will be with us for Summer Fire, along with Kevin Copley and Bishop Larry Ragland, August 28th, 29th, and 30th. And no doubt about this, that'll be the hottest ticket in town. What? Summer Fire? The hottest ticket in town that weekend. Oh, I forgot. Tickets are free. There'll also be dinner on Saturday. Friday night, Larry Ragland will be preaching, and all these guys will be there together, so you don't want to miss that. I think it's sort of like the Four Horsemen. Guys, let me just say, I'm excited about what your faithfulness. Thank you for your giving. If you want to give by PayPal, you can do that, or if you want to call in and just give an offering, you can do it by phone, and you can pick up the phone and call right now, 765-414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. And I want to thank you in advance for your love as you're touching others. Have faith in God. I'll be back with more current world events right here on the coming apocalypse. Are you saved? He's coming.